Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Mel and I am married. I work full-time as a structural engineer. I also go to school part-time, getting my master's degree in civil engineering. Civil, but it's structural if we're honest. I am also the admin for the church that my husband and I go to, and I am also, as of January this year, a small business owner. So just to give you some context, for this video, I will obviously be going over our May 2025 budget. I have decided to separate the budget videos from the recap videos, especially because with how I have to film things, I can't always necessarily film in time to get the budget video up before the start of the next month, while also doing the recap. All that being said, here is our May 2025 budget. Here's what it looks like. You see the overview. As always, I will link the spreadsheet that I use down in the description box below. Also, if you're new here, I have made my own edits to this spreadsheet, so if you do buy it and it looks a little different, just know that I made my own edits. So over here you can see our estimated income for the month. Alex gets paid 3 times. I do make a 10% contribution to my Roth 401k. I guess I could put that in this investment section down here, but I don't want to because it's an automatic thing. I'm not actively doing it. I don't track it. I just let it happen. Next, we'll just hop on over to expenses. Pretty straightforward. Groceries, I budgeted for $700. I could talk for ages about food, okay, but we're not here for that. Eating out, I budgeted $200 for Alex, like normal. I did budget $200 for myself this month just because I want to see how that will affect groceries. I budgeted $200 for Alex's spending. I did budget $75 for my own spending budget, and that's just because I will most likely I will run out of foundation this month, and then I also need to buy a new eyebrow pencil. I budgeted $300 for gas. I budgeted $232.95 for Logan's medicine, his allergy meds. And then I did budget for the dogs to get baths or grooming this month. $150 for quote kingdom stuff, so that's just random church stuff that comes up, but that could be anything from eating out for discipling time to benevolence to helping a sister or brother out financially, whatever it may be. Also food for Bible talk goes there. So missions, we have missions coming up. It's due at the end of June, so I just kind of cut it in half so that we give half of it in May and half of it in June. $34 for parking. I'm sure that'll be less, and the only reason I say that is because when is finals week? I think it's not next week, maybe it's the week after. And then lastly, I budgeted $809 for my business as like an owner's contribution. I had to buy more tokens for Revit, more Autodesk Revit tokens, and that was $309, and then just making a payment of $500 because I'm still paying off my business credit card. Total expenses comes out to $4,125.95. Let's jump over to bills. Rent is the same every month, $2,252.49. That includes the monthly pet fee for the dogs. Water bill, I budgeted $100. It's been coming out to less than that. It averages out to like $60, $65 every month right now, which is great. Excel bill, $150. That's pretty accurate. Sometimes it's a little over. Trash bill is $30.85. That's typically what it is. Xfinity, which is internet, that's $125.21, which is again pretty standard. Our auto insurance is $298.32. Next is Google storage. That's just storage for me. That's $3.10. Next is our mobile phone bill. That's $180. And then these, what is that? One, two, three, four. These 4 weeks of contribution. Contribution is just our you can think of it as our weekly tithe to the church. So we give $465 every Sunday to the church. Then $15.11 for YouTube Premium, that's me. $16.15 for Audible, that's for Alex. $11.87 for Apple Music, that's me. And then $74.98 for Principal, which is my disability insurance, although I'm sure I don't need that. I wish I could get rid of it, but it seems to be a hassle. Like, I have to contact the guy, and I'm sure he'll convince me to keep it, and I just don't want to deal with it, so it's just there. But I would like to get rid of it. I mean, it seemed like a good idea at the time, and in my head I was like, better safe than sorry, but now I'm like, bruh, we could be saving $75 every month. This unknown, this is just something that comes out of the bank account. I don't know what it is. It's not clear what it is in the bank statements. Alex knows what it is. He just tells me not to worry about it. I'm like, okay, that doesn't answer my question, but fine. And then 2 payments of $18.75 for Epidemic Sound for both of my YouTube channels. And then lastly, $12.95 for my Canva account. Jumping over to debt. I'm very excited, also a little nervous, but excited for May in terms of debt. So I'll start with the normal stuff. We have our $663.05 5-cent payment for our car. $345 automatically comes out for Alex's student loans. I make $247 payments every month on my student loans. And then Alex has some carryover. He told me that he has $727 on his credit card. Nothing for my credit cards. And then lastly, you can see we have 2 set aside for debt payments, or sections here, I guess, both in the beginning of the month, because this month, theoretically, so you can see his payment, the payment for his student loans is due on the 13th. It automatically comes out the 13th of every month, okay? So that's why I have these 2 set before the 13th of the month, because with these and this and the money that we set aside back in, I think it was March, maybe, we will have enough finally to pay off Alex's 2 student loans, both of his student loans. The rest of them, we can finally pay them off this in May. So I'm super excited for that, because that means that's $345 less every month that we have to think about or worry about or put towards his student loans, because they're, like I said, paid off. And I'm so excited to pay off his student loans. Because that means that $345 can now be put towards other debt, or just saved or set aside, or we could put it in savings. Lastly, savings. This is so sad, I know, but I'm like, I have to put something into savings, okay? And I kept watching a bunch of videos like emergency fund versus debt payoff, which is more important, and they're both kind of important. I don't know, I think because in my head I'm like, if I can't dump a ton of money into savings, then why save? Like, if it's not a significant amount, then it just doesn't feel like it's doing anything. But then I don't know, but then I'm like, well, something's better than nothing, and it won't grow if I don't put anything in there. Even if it's just a meager $100, that's better than nothing. I have to keep telling myself that something is better than nothing. I think that's about it. You can see the summary right here. You can see right here in this box right here that we will have enough to cover both rent, and because I believe the following month, June 1st is a Sunday actually, so that means we will need not only enough to cover all of our rent, but also our first contribution giving thing. Our first week of contribution, so that's why this number is a little higher. You can see it's very, very tight, but some of these things are flexible, so I think we'll be okay. That's the gist of things. I hope that all made sense. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was helpful. I don't know. I appreciate you giving me your time, and yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.